There is nothing like happiness that really fills you, if at all, that really fills your heart, if at all you're a fan of Arsenal, when you see some of the midfielders they're being linked to by your club destroying big teams like Barcelona. And today, is it today or in the night? Around midnight, this game of Barcelona versus Celta Vigo was on, and guess what? This Arsenal target known as Gabri Veiga came up and obviously destroyed Barcelona. He scored a brace and Barcelona lost that fixture by 2-1. We are going to discuss a little bit about this Arsenal target. Who is he? How did this come about? Which stories were really put up by some credible journalists about Arsenal scouting this boy? That boy, or I'm calling him a boy because 21 years of age. In football, at 21 years of age, a boy. How he came out and revealed that Arsenal is his dream destination in the summer. Smash the like button, comment and share. Rokani David is my name. Let's go eyes. We are discussing Reiss Nelson obviously winning the award of the game changer of the season. And as I told you when I really brought you that news, that his cameo versus Bournemouth at Emirates has been nominated amongst the top 8 game changer moments in the season to be voted, and obviously he has gone ahead to win it, and you're going to see what was the yardstick that was stood on to really make that huge decision. And lastly, Gabriel Magalhaes has gone ahead and wedded. In the previous video I brought you Reiss Nelson being one of, not Reiss Nelson, I've brought you Fabio Vieira expecting a baby with the lover. That's it. Now this time around, it's a wedding down in Brazil of Gabriel Magalhaes and his lover that we are going to show you the moments they share down in Brazil. So as it's a pre-season, you'll be wanting to know transfer news and what exactly your players are really up to. So that's what we are doing right up here onto the Rokani Media Football. So let's see close to 200 likes smash on this video, and let's get straight into this Veiga boy. Now, this boy today played, I think, his last game for a team of Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo was on the verge. That's the team that Gabri Veiga plays for. It's Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo was on the verge of being relegated. That's it. They're on the verge of being relegated, but the win he got for the team just kept them into the La Liga, and they celebrated throughout the city. Now, as it stands, Veiga has gone ahead to really put himself into the shop window. He has gone ahead to hit Barcelona, and when you're playing Barcelona, very many huge teams are really watching. Now, we are having some stories that came in through that showed Arsenal's interest and other Premier League teams on this 21-year-old boy. And before you go into that, let me first tell you who this boy is all about. He's Gabriel Veiga Novas. Is a Spanish professional football player that plays as a midfielder for Celta Vigo. He's 21 years of age, obviously making 22 on the 27th. No, he made 27th. He made 21 years of age on the 27th of May. That's like 10 days back. And he was born in Spain. He's a midfielder. He can play as a central midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder, and a central defensive midfielder. He's 1.8 meters tall and 76 kilograms. This season, he has gone ahead to play 36 matches for Celta Vigo. He has scored 11 goals and put up 4 assists. That is the lad, 21 years of age. If I told you you're performing at that level and you're playing for a team in the relegation area, that is Celta Vigo, it shows you how good the player is. Now, let me show you a little bit of those stories that really came in through linking this midfielder to Arsenal. The first one was Ekrem Kona, and obviously told us the following: that exclusive, Arsenal are planning to check on the situation of Celta Vigo's 20-year-old player Gabri Veiga. Liverpool, Man United and Real Madrid are all interested in the Spanish talent. Now, let me show you the speciality of a player of the interest of a player. Sorry about this. What shows you that a player is really special? Each and every time you hear that, you are interested in the player, and he has been playing in the elite leagues like the La Liga, and no other big teams in the league are really interested in him. Just slow a little bit and pause a little bit and ask yourself, if he's really good, why is Manchester United not in for him? Why is Chelsea not in for him? Why is Liverpool not in for him? Now, what shows that this player is special? Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United and Liverpool all are interested in the signature of this player. It shows you how good this player is, and if at all Arsenal wins that race, it would have gone ahead to really win a very huge one in there for you. Now, the other story that I've gone to land on that was linking Arsenal to Gabri Veiga is this one. It was published by Ekrem Kona, that exclusive. Scouts of Arsenal will watch Celta Vigo's Spanish player Gabri Veiga 20 on the game versus Roy Volcano in there for you. So by that time he had played 27 games and obviously put in 3 assists and I think 3 goals. That is Gabri Veiga. So Arsenal have been really monitoring this young lad, and this is him taking on João Felix before João Felix went on loan to Chelsea. This is the lad, very, very much talented. He's exceptionally talented. And if at all you know what it means to talk about talent, this is what it means. He's really a very talented guy. And from here, after watching this video, you can go to YouTube and obviously search for his skills. You know, Gabri Veiga. Go and really search for him. Celta Vigo player, 21 years of age. He's really important and obviously a player that everyone would love to have in his midfield. He's a talented player. His flair is out of this world. And after this, I'm going to show you, I'm going to let you know what his skills are all about. Now, Manu Sainz has come out and really told us that Celta Vigo midfielder Gabri Veiga dreams of a move to Arsenal. So this player dreams of a move to Arsenal. He wants to come in through and obviously play for the club of Arsenal every time he believes, every time he sleeps, he dreams playing for Arsenal. That is Gabri Veiga. And then 90 minutes more confirmed to us that 8 Premier League clubs, including the Gunners and Spurs, are tracking the 21-year-old Spanish player known as Gabri Veiga. So that is something that you need to know about this player. If at all you want to know a little bit about him, he can play in all the 3 central midfield positions. He can play as a CDM, box to box, and a central attacking midfielder. That's how immensely talented he is. Now, he's press resistant. He skips past players. He has that last pass. He can release any player. You know, his distribution range is really good. You know, he can switch play onto the blind side. Has a hard shot on him. You know, he is a player who acts in small pockets of space, and that's what makes him a complete midfielder, and that's why very many teams are really interested in him. And Fabrizio Romano is going to tell us his price in the next tweet I'm going to show you, but he's really a very talented player that Arsenal is in for. And if you lose a player like Grant Xhaka, I think if you don't get Ika Gundogan, you have to get this player. Very young, and obviously he's really great. Now, Fabrizio Romano, after him putting out that display against Barcelona, he has come out and told us that Gabri Veiga on fire again with the Brest versus Barcelona to keep Celta Vigo in La Liga. 22-born midfielder, 2002 born midfielder completes top season with 11 goals and 4 assists, and he will leave this summer. Not just Barcelona, also EPL clubs are keen on signing Veiga. Release clause is 40 million euros, and I think 40 million euros is like 34 million pounds, something that Arsenal should go in and obviously get it out of the way and really get the player at London Conley. So even Fabrizio Romano is anticipating EPL clubs who are keen on signing this player to go on and really get him in. And I've seen some Arsenal fans cry on social media that if Xhaka goes, let's go in for this guy because he's really talented. He's a talented player. He's talented, and if at all he hits the Premier League and comes to a club like Arsenal, I think he can come in and obviously do the needful for the club of Arsenal. So that is Gabri Veiga, a player that Arsenal is really targeting and monitoring. He has gone ahead to destroy Barcelona as they summed up the La Liga season today. So that's it coming in from Celta Vigo, and Gabri Veiga, a player that Arsenal is really great, and the player dreams to come in and play for Arsenal. So Arsenal needs to go on and really take the mantle to get the player. And if at all chance comes when a player you wants to play, all dreams to play for your team, I think it's better you sign him because he will come in and give out his all. Now let's go into the Reiss Nelson story. Reiss Nelson has gone ahead to win the game changer of the season, and obviously he has been awarded by Castro, and the Premier League has told us that an incredible impact from the bench. Reiss Nelson is your Castro game changer of the season for his unforgettable cameo against AFC Bournemouth. Remember, in that game of AFC Bournemouth, Arsenal was a goal down, because Thomas Partey came in through and obviously scored in the 53rd minute. Then, in the 70th minute, when Smith Rowe was taken off and Reiss Nelson was brought on, Reiss Nelson first created an assist for Ben White across towards the far post of the goal, and Ben White tapped it into the back of the net. And I remember that goal was first not counted by the referee, but after the goal line technology watch on his watch really vibrated, he pointed in the center to count that goal. And then later, as 7 minutes were added in, a corner came in through, and obviously Reiss Nelson controlled that ball and hit it in the back of the net to give Arsenal a 3-2 win into that fixture of Bournemouth. Arsenal was 2 goals down at half time. Second half, Arsenal pulled 2 goals back, and then Reiss Nelson came in through and scored the winner. And this season, no moment in the Premier League was better produced by a player that came off the bench to change the game. That is it. Reiss Nelson is just a player that has gone ahead to put up impact, and the beauty of Reiss Nelson and Arsenal is they've gone ahead to agree a new contract, and very soon he's going to put pen to paper. That is Reiss Nelson for you. So congratulations to Reiss Nelson for winning that award, because he was competing with the likes of Haaland, Song Hyun-Myun, which other? He had a very huge competition, but him beating that competition shows you how impactful, how integral that goal he scored was when Arsenal was taking on that side called Bournemouth at Emirates, in one of those games or results that, if at all Arsenal lifted the trophy, would never be forgotten in history. But obviously, to show how special it was, however much Arsenal never won the league, they've gone ahead to reward him for the game changer of the season. That is Reiss Nelson, and we congratulate him here onto the Rokani media. Now, there is a wedding that took place in Brazil. It's all about Gabriel Magalhães and his partner Gabriel. So these two have gone ahead to really walk down the aisle, and massive congratulations to Arsenal defender Gabriel Magalhães upon his latest achievement and his lover. Now, this is how the two looked before they exchanged vows. That is Gabi Severo, that is the girlfriend, and obviously Gabriel Magalhães dressed in a suit, them sharing a kiss, obviously a wedding, and now in a wedding dress. There they are. After I do, and may the bride kiss the groom. So that's how everything happened. And after a very hectic season of Gabriel Magalhães playing literally every game of the Premier League, 38 games in total, I think if you are having a holiday of close to 30-40 days plus, you need to really rest and obviously get back to the family affairs and really do the need. Remember, they have a baby together and they are really doing great. That is Gabriel Magalhães walking down the aisle down in Brazil. So guys, I call upon your thoughts onto Arsenal target Gabri Veiga destroying Barcelona. What are your thoughts about it? The boy dreams to play for Arsenal. Should Arteta go on and lodge a £35 million to Celta Vigo and obviously sign the player? Then after, tell me what you think about Reiss Nelson winning the season game changer. Does he deserve it? Yes or no? And lastly, what do you make about the wedding of Gabriel Magalhaes walking down the aisle with the partner known as Gabriele? A sign out for now. See you later. Good morning, and hope you guys are going to have a fantastic day. And I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Muslims, may Allah protect you and reward you the best that you guys deserve. Ciao, ciao.